Oh, hello. Can you all hear me? Can you all see me? Can you all see the cards? My sincerest apologies. I've been having serious challenges and discussions with my um, laptop. So you can all hear me, you can all see me. Thank you so much for those of you that waited. I'm so sorry I'm so late. I've literally just been fighting with my laptop for the last 5-10 minutes. Well, I say 5-10 minutes, the last half an hour. Don't worry, it's just water. But hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? I store all of my water in glass. I don't drink from plastic wherever possible. Hello, can see and hear you just fine. Okay. Thank you so much for waiting. Thank you so much for your patience. I sincerely apologize for being so late. For an Aquarius, I would think that technology would be a little bit kinder to me, but for some reason, especially this year, it's just been really, really bad. In fact, right back into including last year, actually. Hello from Finland. Hello, hello, hello. All right, so I have my trusty notes here. I'm just going back to some of the conversation. Who mentioned the tsunami? Is this something that is new? Is this something that's developed? Because I talked about this in one of the weekly readings. So I'm really, really interested to see that come up. No, Shivi, this isn't. It's not a question and answer session. This is a live stream of numerology, and it is. Are we reading for the life path reading? So this isn't a live read. There was a tsunami warning in New Zealand a month ago. So this came up in one of the weekly readings. I talked about this. So I'm intrigued to see that conversation is happening today. I'm interested to see how it shapes up. I'll be keeping an eye on the news. But thank you all so much for being here. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for waiting. It really does mean a lot. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of your likes. Thank you for all of your shares, your subscriptions. It really does mean the world to me. So here we have April's numerology video for the life paths. So before we get into the numerology, the tarot readings for each one of the life paths, what we're going to be looking at is the numerology that pertains specifically to the month of April. So for April, the universal numerology number for the month of April is the number 9. So 2021 itself is a 5-year, but April 2021 is a 9-month. It carries the vibration of the number 9. So if you are, I know Mandy is here. She's on my course. We talked about the numerology and various different items as well. So what we're going to look at here is some of the energies. Hey, Cavman's here as well. I have 2 of the people that are studying on my tarot course are here today. So thank you so much for being here, guys. All right, so I have my trusty notes as always, and I'm going to talk about the numerology of the universal number 9 month of April 2021. So the first thing here that we're going to look at, number 9 is all about culminations, completions, and endings. This is very much a month where we're going to see the wrapping up of cycles. We're going to see the closing down of various different challenges or energies that we've been working on or working through. So one of the things that I find really interesting about this is we are literally stepping into this energy where things are going to start to wrap up, things are going to start to culminate. So we can see this already shaping up on the wider world stage. A lot of places, not everywhere, and I'm sorry to hear that, but a lot of places are starting to emerge from the lockdown. So we're already kind of feeling this energy. Now, in terms of the number 9, thank you, Mandy. What we're talking about here is getting to the bottom of challenges and issues. So this is a month where you can really make some headway towards something that you've been working on or towards for a long time. Because 9 carries that energy of culmination, this could be the month where you finish writing your book. This could be the month where you finish putting the finishing touches on some sort of work or project that you've been working on behind the scenes. And the 9 energy is perfect for completing things. It's perfect for culminating things. If you're thinking about launching a course, if you're thinking about, if for some of you, you might even be writing the final bits and bobs of your exams or, things that you're studying or taking on board. So one of the things that I also have here as well, this would be a really good month if you have or have had a chronic health issue of some sort. Now, I'm not a doctor, I can't give you medical advice, but this could be the month where you finally get to the bottom of whatever it is that's been challenging you. This could be where you get to the bottom of all of the where you get to the bottom or to the root of the underlying root problem. This is where you can really get into the nitty gritty of what has actually caused something, which is fantastic. So some of the things that I always say with the number 9, spend time with or in nature. Anywhere that you can connect to the natural world is highly favored with 9 energy because it carries a very natural vibration. And certainly for people that have a life path 9 as well, I always advise that they spend as much time with the natural world as they possibly can, or they bring the natural world inside. Buy a plant, get an animal. This is a great energy for pets as well, especially if you've had any challenges or issues around pets. This would be a really good month to get to the bottom of whatever those underlying factors might have been. This is also a month where you really want to take stock, okay? So pay attention and take stock of the experience that you've had up until now. So stretching right back into, let's say, let's go back to April 2020. What was, obviously we know what's happened on the wider world stage, but what's been happening for you personally? This is a really good month for you to really take stock of where you've been, what experiences you've had, how you have changed, how you've been shaped by the events and the situations that we've all found ourselves in. This is a really good time to look back over that stuff because you'll be able to see how you've changed, what you've learned, and you'll be able to find ways to put this into practice or to take the gems of wisdom that you've gathered over this time to utilize going forward. We're not on a life path number at the moment. I'm just doing the general overview. So what has worked for you? What hasn't worked for you? Take stock of this stuff. Really take a moment to think, okay, what has the journey that I've been on taught me? What can I take away from it? What are you ready to release? The 9 energy is a great energy for figuring out what you want to let go of. This is a great month to do a spring clean. This is a great month to give old items of clothing away, to declutter your life is a really, really good energy with the number 9. But what I will say to you is this, if you can give away the things that you no longer want or need, you'll be in a much better and a much stronger position because the number 9 has a very charitable humanitarian energy behind it. If you can give things away rather than throw them away, then absolutely do, because you're really working with the energy then. And the number 9 itself, when you look at the shape of it, it kind of has that feel of the cornucopia. So the more that you give out into the world, the more that you assist other people, the more that you do for other people, the more you give of yourself, in a 9 vibrational energy, the more finds its way back to you. That's the whole idea about the spiral. It's that never ending sort of energy that kind of flows outward, but ever expanding and ever emanating. I got my little goosebumps shiver there, so I'm like, yeah, okay, cool, we're good. All right, so how do you envision your future? One of the things about the 9 energy as well, because it is that number of completion, yes, you're culminating things and yes, you're completing things, but it's also good to think about where you go from here. What is it that you want to bring out into the world? What is it that you're ready to launch into next? And then finally, clearly define where you are right now. This is a really important part of 9 energy. Be present. Come into the present moment and ask yourself, yes, look at all of the past and, you know, what's happened over the last 12 months. Pay attention to those things for sure. But bring yourself into this embodied experience. Be here in this moment in time so that you keep one eye on the past, you know, observe all of that. Keep the other eye on the future, but keep your third eye rooted in this physical plane, like in this here and now, in this now moment, because that embodiment, that complete and utter sense of presence is what's really going to set you up for moving forward from here. And it will also show you what to release, what to let go of, and that will prepare the way for you to bring new things in over the course of, you know, the month that follows. And if I'm not mistaken, let me just double check my notes here. It is, it says, just rifling through. I've got so many notes, it's ridiculous. Where is it? Yeah, so the month of May is a universal 1 month. All right, so do this right. Close the cycle down here in April so that you can begin again as we move into May. All right, okay, so how can we get a personal year number? I'm not doing calculations and stuff at the moment because I want to stay focused on the material that I need to work through. There are videos on my channel that will show you how to calculate your life path number, your personal year number, all of that stuff. It's there, definitely. Dawn Harris says, I've been thinking of giving some stuff away to charity. Perfect use of 9 energy. Absolutely. Lewis Tyson, not doing personal readings. This isn't a live read. It's a live read of the numerological energies, and we will be. I'm going to be reading tarot for the life path specifically. Kim, Raphael, you have become my favorite reader. Thank you so much. That really means a lot. The butterfly effect. Hello from Scotland. I can't wait to visit there. I have so much love for Scotland, and it's crazy. Like anything Celtic or Gaelic, I'm really drawn to. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Hello from Canada. Lovely to have you, Connie. All right, so with that said, someone says they're in a personal year of 9 and loving giving my bloated closet away. Yeah, absolutely. That's a really good use of this energy. So if you're in a personal year number 9, you have a double hit of this energy. So tap into it. Get out into nature. Put your toes on the grass or in the sand if you've got it. If you're close to the sea or the ocean, go and spend some time there, especially this month, because you'll get so much out of it. All right, so with that said, I think that's a good enough overview of the 9 energy. So, feeling a little bit frazzled. It's been a day of it, I can assure you. And then half an hour faff-arsing about with the bloody laptop. At one point, I was like, not my finest Zen spiritual moment, but hey-ho. All right, thank you so much for being here, Jackie from Australia. I have no idea what time it is there. I bet it's crazy o'clock. Hello from India, lovely to have you. So here in front of me, I have the life path wheel. I find it really interesting as well that there's 12 zodiac signs and there's 12 life path numbers. Coincidence? Methinks not. All right, so what you're going to get is 1 destiny card, 1 direction card, and obviously a human design oracle card. So I'm going to start with the life path 1 people. For you, life path 1, Look at that. You have the Star card. This is beautiful. Hope, joy, and optimism. The month of April is really asking you to set your sights on what is your future. What is it that you truly desire, need, and want from your life? And more importantly, it's asking you to think about, first of all, pay attention to the things that you get little tidbits or tasters of this month. The star card always shows us a glimpse, right? It gives us a glimpse of what is coming up. And very often it's kind of like, you know, when you go to Ben and Jerry's and you say, "Can I have a sample, please?" Most people have no intention of buying anything. But the star card is very much like that sample. It gives you a taste of what is shaping up for you. So April is fun, it's joyous, it's got so much hope to it, and it really asks you to pay attention to what it is that you really want from your future, because you're going to be getting signposts. So if you're a life path 1, you're getting signposts in April of what is to come, and more importantly, the path that you should be taking. Find ways to connect to the people that you believe are your tribe. This could be a really great month for connecting to people on that humanitarian kind of level. So for your direction card, how do you best utilize that? Wow. All right. So if you're a life path 1, money and finances are going to be good this month. You're going to see a boost or a rise to your finances. You've got the 10 of Pentacles. Now, as a direction card, this is going to see you paying attention to your living situation, your home situation, and your material existence. In some way, shape, or form, things are definitely set to improve for you, and this is really, really exciting. What I love most about this, I think, if I'm completely honest with you, it suggests that whatever plans you are putting into fruition over the course of April, it's kind of like this is the culmination, it's the final result of something that you've worked very hard on, and this is where you will very likely see some sort of physical, tangible result that will come out of it. Now, your human design oracle card is the Gate 29 and Perseverance, right? I absolutely love this. There's a few interesting links here as well. So even though the star card is number 17, it's actually representative of the sign of Aquarius, which is 11 energy. And then you've got the Gate 29, 2 and 9 gives you 11. So there's definitely a really interesting energy going on for you Life Path 1 people. The Perseverance, just like the hummingbird, is to keep going, absolutely. But it also reminds you that your ability to continue is basically powered by you. This is you deciding to really step forward. This is you really deciding to persevere, to stick to the path that you're on. And there will be many signposts this month. So if you're a Life Path 1, stick to it. That stick-to-itiveness is going to be a big part of your path going forward over the course of this month. All right, so for you Life Path 2 people, you have the Fool card as your destiny card for the overarching energy of the month. And this basically says new people, new things, new places, new energies are making their way into your life over the course of April. It also suggests that the energy is really asking you to consider what is new, and the energy is really asking you to consider what it is that you kind of feel is your destiny, right? Pay attention to what comes up this month. Pay attention to the people that you end up connecting to, because in that connection, somewhere in that connection with these new people that show up for you is going to be an understanding of what you're supposed to be doing now. I mean, I love the Fool card anyway, because it tends to really shake things up, but in like a gentle way. It's also asking you to be brave. So if you're a Life Path 2, whatever it is that you are if you're a Life Path 2, whatever it is that you're planning to do, the Fool card is basically saying, yes, it's a gamble, but it's a gamble that you should be taking right now. Now, to clarify on that, you have the King of Pentacles. This is fantastic. If you're a Life Path 2, your work, your profession, and your career are definitely being observed. Now, here's a really interesting fact that maybe you do or don't know about the tarot. The Fool card literally represents the first card in the entire deck. The King of Pentacles literally represents the very last card of the entire deck. So what you have here is this alpha and omega energy. I find that really interesting too, for balance, partnership, connection. On top of that, you've got the very first and the very last cards of the deck. And what this says to me is there is going to be an element of you finding balance this month. And for a lot of Life Path 2 people, your energy is very different to the 5 energy of the year. So you might have found yourself a bit off kilter so far this year. I think a lot of people have, but you guys especially. That King of Pentacles is basically saying to you, April is going to be a month where it all starts to make sense on the career level. For those of you that are thinking about changing the job, for those of you that are thinking about changing the place that you live in, or maybe even both, go for it. You have the go ahead. The cards are with you. For your Human Design Oracle card, you have the Gate 23 and Assimilate. Now, I love this card because what it actually says to me is, you see in the globe, there's the castle, right? Whatever is withheld in the, what do they call them? Snow globe. Whatever is withheld in the center of a snow globe is very often seen as impossible or untouchable. But the Assimilate card basically says to you, whatever it is that you're dreaming of, whatever it is that you're envisioning that is massive, that's fantastical, that is the dream thing, the Fool card, the King of Pentacles as your direction is, and the Fool card is saying, take that leap. And the King of Pentacles is saying, you can make this real. It's an absolute probability, but you are going to have to do the Fool card and be brave and really go for it. For the Life Path 3 people, you have the High Priestess. Something will be revealed to you over the course of April. New, not even new understandings, but new insight will be making itself known to you. If you're a Life Path 3 person, listen to your intuition this month. Pay attention to those psychic, intuitive hits, because those energies are going to really be speaking for you this month, and they'll really be working through your life. Excuse me, sorry, very dry mouth. What I also like about this for you as well, remember the High Priestess is about taking something back to basics. With the High Priestess, remember she's virginal, she's untouched, she is not so much the Fool card's pure potential, but she is definitely untouched. And the energy behind that is sometimes it reminds you to take things back to basics. Not to add to it, not to embellish, but just to see it and experience it exactly as it is. This is your overarching energy. So for your direction card, you have the 8 of Pentacles. So for Life Path 3 people, this is going to be a really good month for you to work with, or develop your psychic and intuitive skills. This is a great month for you to tap into this energy. It's a great month for you to really refine and define your very own craft. So for some of you as well, it looks like you have a hidden skill or talent that has probably been on the back burner for quite some time. And it's like this month, the energy is saying, okay, are you ready to bring this out into the light? Are you ready to show people what it is that you can do? Are you ready to release this new skill out into the world? And like I said, for a lot of you, I don't feel like it's a new skill, but I do feel like it's something that you're not necessarily known for. So this is great. I actually really like this. Your Human Design Oracle card is the Gate 42 and Closing. Another, I mean, I love all of these cards, to be honest, but one of the things about this card, it very often sees you turning, and when I say turning your back, don't take it in a bad way, it very often sees you turning your back on the fantasy. It's about you saying, okay, that's a wonderful idea, but it's not practical. So this month, you're letting go of what doesn't really serve. This month, you're really closing the door, the gate, or the chapter in some way, shape or form. And this isn't about like, oh, you know, I'm letting this go, I'm cutting this out of my life. It's more a case of that served its purpose. Wonderful. Thank you so much for all of the lessons that you brought, but it's time to release that now. For the Life Path 4 people, you have the Sun. You lucky, lucky mojos. All right. So for your, I mean, you've got the Sun card, right? This is ultimate light, heat, blessings, love, vibrancy. It's joy. It's unbridled joy. This month, if you are a life path 4, the destiny card is basically saying tap yourself into the joy of life. Open yourself up to the fun, to the enjoyment. Let yourself revel in it. And this is a month as well, because you're a life path 4 person. Last year was your year, and I know a lot of life path 4 people that really flourished in 2020. They were like, yeah, I don't know about everybody else. I know it's a bit crazy, but I feel great. And it's because 2020 itself was a 4 year, so they were able to flourish under that energy because it's their energy. This year, the energy of the 5 year, 2021, is very different to the 4. 5 is dynamic, it's bold, it's energetic, it's sexy from the depths of itself, right? And that's a very different energy to 4. 4 is slow and steady. The 5 year is trying to teach you how to take the potential that is locked in the square and expand it. And the Sun card is basically saying tap into the joy of life, get into that emotive power that is contained within you, basically. Like, open yourself up to it, open yourself up to joy. Even if something only makes you giggle a little bit, tap into how funny it really is. This is really asking you to unmask and unshackle your emotions this month. Life path 4 people, you better get it. For your direction card, you have the 6 of Pentacles, right? So this is an ease of finances and money. This suggests as well, if you're a life path 4, the help that you need, the assistance that you seek, possibly even the material resources that you need, are absolutely making themselves known for you, and they're going to make themselves available to you as well, which I absolutely love. The other thing with the 6 of Pentacles, this would be a good month for those of you, for life path 4 people, this would be a really good month to work with or alongside young people. If there's, whether this is charity work, whether it's, raising donations for young people that are, having challenges, etc., this would be a really good use of your energy. Or another way, if you want to get really practical about it, this would be a really good month for you to think about what is superfluous in your life. So there's that kind of spring clean energy again. For your Human Design Oracle card, you have the Gate 17 and Opinions. Look at this. Now, I love this card. I love them all, to be honest. I really do. It was such a wonderful birthday gift from a friend. Now, if you see the 2 trees there, what that represents is there are going to be opinions that are contrary, right? And there always are. What brings you joy in the Sun card may not necessarily bring somebody else joy. They might see it as rigid, they might see it as not very funny, like whatever. Different strokes for different folks, right? Now, look at this. You've got the 6 of Pentacles there with the Opinions card. This is a month for you to release what other people think. It's a month for you to release what other people tell you should make you happy. It's about really not giving in to others' opinions and saying, okay, you know what, we've got differing viewpoints on this. And you know what, I'm going to go with what makes me happy. Life path 4 people, big message. So for your life path 5, you have the Hierophant card. Very interesting. So the life path 5 has the Hierophant card, which is number 5. I find that very, very intriguing. So this is your year, right? 2021 is a 20 yeah, all right. 2021 is a 5 year. And this, you've got the energy of your life path, which is number 5. So you're resonating at the same vibration. And then here you have the Hierophant card in the month of the 9 vibration. This kind of says to me that this month you have a chance to really establish yourself. You have a chance to really, in a way as well, you have a chance to rewrite something that is considered set in stone, right? So if you use the month of April, if you're life path 5, use the month of April to change something that you thought was never going to be able to change. Maybe this is something that you didn't realize was up for discussion or review. A really good example is, like when you see something and you decide to haggle on the price. This is that kind of energy. So take a moment to ask yourself, what is it that you considered wasn't up for review or to be changed in your life? Because this month you have an opportunity to do so. This is also a really good time over the course of this month to appeal to any of the bigger or larger institutions that you might need to connect with. If you have to put in planning permission for something, if you have to get a license for something, any of those things are very favored for you over the course of this month. Your direction card, wow, okay, look at that. You've got the Five of Wands with the Hierophant card. You're a life path 5 and it's a 5 year. Very, very interesting. That's like that's quite interesting to me. So your Five of Wands coupled with the Hierophant card, this could literally see you either, for those of you that are thinking about building a home, buying a home, doing any sort of construction work, this may be the month where you decide to go ahead with it. For some of you, this could literally be working on something or completing something that had taken a while or had been on hold, especially because of the world situation. I'm speaking directly to those of you who are life path 5s whose homes have been underpinned. This would be a good month to have that whole thing checked out, especially if you live on a floodplain or what are those things called? You know, like where the ground underneath is all uneven and stuff. Really take a moment to get that sort of checked out and looked at. Now, on a brighter note, on the other side of it, this could literally be a get-together of some sort that takes place, but has a very official feel to it. So, you know, for some of you, especially if those of you that are considering some form of study, this would be a really great month to do. Your human your human design oracle card, my mind is blown. Look at that. The gate 32, 3 and 2 gives you 5. How weird is that? Like, literally my cheeks are heating up, like everything. That is insane. I'm kind of like, okay, for those of you life path 5 people, what is going on? Like, it's a really interesting month for you guys, clearly. So the gate 32 is about endurance, and what this says to me is, especially because you've got the bunnies, the hares there, this really talks about your ability to get through something, your ability to see something through. And I will say this to you as well, because of the other cards that you have here. The 5 energy basically says you have everything that you need at your disposal in order to step forward. Yeah, literally 5, 5, 5. That is so crazy. Like, you guys saw me shuffle the cards. The ones that obviously were set out, but I never look at them. So I'm kind of like, okay, mind blown. Wow. All right. For the life path 6 people among you, you have the Tower card. All right, so this is, yeah, goosebump moments, love it. For those of you that are life path 6, you've got the Tower. Yes, there are going to be moments of upheaval this month, but there are also going to be massive realizations. The Tower card is coming in this month to really show you what has seen it. Yeah, very appropriate for Easter, absolutely. The Tower card for the life path 6 people is showing up to show you what needs to change, what is ready for evolution, or what needs to be effectively knocked down in order for you to start again. Now, what this also says to me as well, your energy. So this is like your vitality, your energy to push forward with things, your energy to really get fired up about something. It has to be there this month. If you're a life path 6, you've got to tap deeper into your energy, like your inner reserves this month, than you've ever tapped into them before. And the reason I say this, the Tower card always precedes some sort of big change, but it's not easy, it's not slow, it's very often, bam, you have to deal with this right now. And what this says to me more than anything else is, like, you are literally, you're having to dig really deep, maybe deeper than you have in a long time, you know, to move forward with something. And then you have the Hermit card, right, or the Holly King in this deck. Now, what this says to me more than anything else is that there's an energy of you really starting to understand where you have to change direction or where you have to pull yourself out of something. For some of you, this will be a relationship. For some of you, this is going to be a course of study. For others, this is going to be a work situation. And I have to say this, if you're a life path 6, one of the things that really strikes me about this, there is a toxic situation that you are a part of at the moment, and it's like your heart is in it. It's like there's a part of you that's like, I've invested so much time, I really care about this person, or I love the job, or I love the clients, whatever it is, but the energy of the environment or the place that you work in or you're connected to has become toxic. And that tower card is basically saying you are going to have to pull yourself out, and it's going to be really hard because there's obviously a lot of time, energy and emotion that's been invested, but the message really is that situation has become toxic. You have to pull yourself out, and it is a big change in direction, and it may not necessarily be easy, but it is something that needs to be considered now. All right, I'm just going to have some water before I continue on. Excuse me. Sorry, I know it's not very pleasant to watch somebody drinking, but I'm a human being. All right, so Life Path 7 people, you have the Devil card. All right, so interesting. Your Devil card is basically going to highlight to you this month, over the course of April, the Devil card is highlighting to you what you are overly attached to. This is going to be a month where you have the ability to break free from some sort of shackles or chains, but it's also going to show you where you may be perpetuating a negative cycle yourself, where it is that maybe you've convinced yourself that you don't have a say, but you actually do. And in a lot of ways, it may not necessarily be easy. Again, very similar. Life Path 7, hold on. I've forgotten to give the Life Path 6 people Human Design Oracle card, so I'm going to go back. And theirs was the Gate 35 and Experience. So for your Life Path 6 people, your message is to experience this for yourself, right? So what this kind of says to me, and I said for the Life Path 6 people, there's a kind of like a toxic situation. Up until this point, maybe you haven't seen it. Maybe you've been able to coast along and kind of say, well, it's not that bad. The Experience card basically says that this month you're going to see it with your own eyes. You're going to experience it with your own energy, with your own heart, with your own life, basically. And this is going to have you saying, right, okay, you know what? I don't want to be a part of that anymore. And this is what the Tower is saying. There's going to be an experience here that makes you go, hang on a sec. This is not for me. I'm not about it. I'm not interested. So, wow, Mary says, yes, quitting my 10-year career this month. Makes perfect sense to me. It really does. All right, sorry about that. Life Path 7 people. This, the Devil card and the month of April are highlighting to you what maybe you've become a little obsessed with, what negative feedback loop you have become a part of, and it's going to see you being really real with yourself. The other thing as well, on the more positive aspects, the Devil card basically shows us what we are really fired up about and what we refuse to back down on, and that's one of the best attributes to have, right? It really is. What I like about it is that there is that determined energy. What I don't like about it is there is also that kind of stick in the mud energy where it's like you refuse to let something go, or you refuse to acknowledge that you are more in control of the situation than maybe you're telling yourself you are. Now, your direction card for this is the 8 of Swords. Now, interestingly enough, I can tell you this, when I was doing the 2020, when I was doing some of the 2020 life path readings, not life path readings, personal readings for the year ahead, this signature came up a lot for the months that we went into the lockdown here in the UK. There's 2 readings in specific that I remember because they were written readings. I typed these up, and one of the months, because I couldn't really see this signature applying in the way that it's supposed to in the person that I knew, who I was reading for, because I know this person. And I was like, nah, I can't see them going to jail. That's just, it doesn't make sense. And I remember saying to her, you're stood still. It's like you're just not able to go anywhere this month. Like, it's almost like you're going to be homebound, or home, almost like under home arrest. And she was like, I don't know what that's about. And then obviously when the lockdown hit, we were like, boom, it hit. And, you know, we really started to understand, okay, that's what it means. So if you're a life path 7, something this month is going to highlight to you where you are in a situation that is stuck or not moving. This is going to highlight to you where maybe you are either not as in control as you would like to be, or where you've convinced yourself that you're not in control of something. Pay attention to this. The way that you utilize the 8 of Swords would literally be for you to think about what you can do to free yourself, what you can do to really say to yourself, where is it that I am allowing my thoughts or my beliefs to keep me stuck? For your Human Design Oracle card, you have the Gate 18 and Perfection. And what is the saying that we all say about perfection? It doesn't exist. And so this month, if you're a life path 7, you need to think about where it is that you are either giving away your power, or where it is that maybe you're convincing yourself that something needs to be perfect for you to get started, that something needs to be a certain way before you can do something about it. It's really important that you really, at the moment, take more command, all right? For the life path 8 people, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Lovely. All right. So more than anything else, the Wheel of Fortune suggests that there is luck abounding you. It also suggests that there is going to be some form of movement. So if you're a life path 8 person, and maybe you found that things have been not necessarily stagnant, but maybe they haven't been as great as you would have liked them to be. This Wheel of Fortune says that there is a change of events. There's a turn of events. The energy is now going to start to work in your favor. The energy is going to start to move for you. The other thing with the Wheel of Fortune, it always suggests that there is some sort of higher power working in your favor. If you believe that kind of thing. If you don't, this would literally just be a change of direction. I believe that there is a higher power working for, with, and, you know, over everything. I'm a big believer in that. So yeah. All right. And your direction card is the Ace of Pentacles. If you're a life path 8 and you've been having troubles with your money, if your money's been funny, honey, and you're a life path 8, I can tell you that this is the month where your finances definitely improve. It also suggests as well, for some of you life path 8 people, this month there could be a job interview. If you've wanted to change the job, if you've wanted to find new work, if you've just wanted to get back into work, the energy is definitely there for it. For a select few of you as well, there will be travel this month. Now, interestingly enough, I don't feel that this is vacation energy. I actually feel like this is, I'm going to look at a place before I move there to see if it's the right place for me. I'm going to have a look at this place to see if it resonates with who I am. Another way that this could play out for you as well, this is you, effectively, this is going to see you literally having the tangible results of the work that you've put in. So finishing a project, releasing a project, finishing your exams. If any of you are taking exams and you're a life path 8, I can tell you're about to pass with flying colours, and I absolutely love this for you. For your Human Design Oracle card, you have the Gate 2 and Direct, right? So interestingly enough, that's not a butterfly, it's actually a moth. And what this says to me more than anything else is that when it comes, so if you're a life path 8, April is going to see you needing to be direct, right? No distractions. Don't allow yourself to get caught up. Don't allow yourself to be pulled off target. You have to stay focused, especially when the opportunities for the things that you've asked for show up. Don't get distracted, right? And make sure that you go for, let me put it to you this way. If you're a life path 8 and you're looking for work, two jobs come up, right? One is much more money, but you're a bit unsure about the whole thing. The other one, not quite as much money, but you think, yeah, you know what, I know I could be doing that for a lot longer. Which one are you going to choose? The big financial boost for now, where you probably 6 months want to leave the job, or the thing that's going to keep you in it for effectively the long haul, right? You've got to choose the real. You got to choose the real deal this month. If you're a life path 8, the real deal. For the life path 9 people, you have the Emperor. All right, so if you're a life path 9, you get a double hit of this energy because we're in the 9 month, right? So the fact that you have the Emperor card, this is about you. This is about you claiming yourself. This is about you really, in a lot of ways, stepping forward. It's about you making decisions this month based on what is right for you, based on what you need for your life path. Now, with the what are they called? With the life path 9, one of the things that you guys are here to learn in this lifetime is literally how to say no. It's because the life path 9 is such a giving energy, and it comes from that ever expanding spiral energy that I talked about, but it's so giving that very often people overstep the mark. People will take advantage of life path 9 people, not because they're stupid or they're naive or anything like that, but because they're so giving that there comes a point, like life pushes you to that point where you learn to have to say no and not feel guilty about saying no. The Emperor card is basically saying to you, this is that month where you need to draw a very firm line. This is the month where you have to say no when you mean no, right? When you're not up for something, you don't want to do something, this month is going to be really important. Another way that this comes up for you as well is this could see you interacting with something that you really, it's almost like you're turning something over in your mind and you're making a final decision. It's like, am I ready to do this? Am I ready to commit to it? Whatever it is, it looks like it's going to be something that's around for a while. So think long and hard. All right, and then you have that with the 5 of Swords. So it looks like the life path 9 people are very likely to be upset in the apple cart this month. Yeah, it's going to be you literally not only cutting people off, but actually putting people on blast or on notice. This is very likely to be the month where a lot of you not only do say no, but I think a lot of you, and this is very possible, life path 9 people, if you have disputes that are ongoing this month, they could reach a crescendo. If you have issues or challenges with neighbors, people in your locality, etc., these things could reach a fever pitch. And it's because you, the life path 9 person, is finally standing up to say, right, okay, this has gone far enough. And it's like that moment where you bang your hand on the table and you say, enough, right? This ends now. Stand your ground. If you're a life path 9 person, this is going to be that month where it's like you put something to an end, but it's that moment where, like where you stand up and say, right, enough, it's done. This is that moment. All right, your Human Design Oracle card is the Gate 11. And it is ideas, right? So this is basically saying to you, whatever your ideas are, they are going to go far and wide. This is about you in a lot of ways. Whatever you start this month, whatever you envision, whatever you move towards, it's not just going to stay here. It's going to grow. And this is why as well, if you've got any of this legal stuff going on, if you've got anything of that sort of nature going on, one thing I do need to make you aware of, it won't stop here. So be very, very cautious of what you instigate on that level over the course of this month, because it may go further and wider than you imagine. All right. So that is the human numbers. The human numbers of 1 to 9 are complete. And now we step into the realm of the master number vibrations. If you are a life path 11, you have the Justice card. Look at it. Justice card is number 11, and look at that. Your key to the month card, or your destiny card for the month, is the Justice card, which is also number 11. So this is going to be a month where you are signing on the dotted line. If you are a life path 11, there is a contract on the horizon. For some of you, this could literally be a partnership that comes up. It could be a relationship that comes up. Either which way, if you're a life path 11 this month, not only do you show up as yourself, but you will start to understand what the connections are. This is going to be you really aligning yourself with the right people, possibly with the right institutions. This is where you move ahead with something that you've probably wanted to do for some time, but it's like you've been looking at it from all angles, trying to understand, is this the thing that I want to do? Is this the right thing for me to do? Like, now you come into that understanding of, yes, I'm ready to commit. I'm ready to sign. I'm ready to move forward with it. This is what I want to do. I love this for you guys because it sees you getting really honest with yourselves, and more importantly, presenting that honesty to the world. For your direction card, you have the King of Swords. So for those of you, so life path 11 people, for those of you that are in work, or in fact, whatever you're doing, whether you're working, not working, irrelevant. What is relevant with the King of Swords is that you are going in a new direction when it comes to your work, your profession, or your chosen vocation. This could be you dedicating yourself to a new course. This could be you dedicating yourself to a change of career. This could be you signing on the dotted line for a new job. In some way, shape, or form as well, if you are a life path 11, a Libran male, or person, doesn't have to be a male, but it's the King of Swords, so I'm gonna, I'll go with what I say. A Libran male is going to feature for you in some way, shape, or form. This could also be you looking at documentation and paperwork, putting your signature to something of a very official nature. And in a lot of ways, this sees you committing to the path that you now know is the right one for you. Like life path 11 people, this is purpose-ish, right? This is you like, I know that this is the right path because this is my purpose. There is that understanding this month that is unshakable. If you're a life path 11, this is going to be a powerful number month for you. So your human design oracle card is the Gate 24 and returning. Do you know what I like about this? This month, it's not so much that you're discovering your purpose, it's that you're remembering your purpose. I just got like a proper shiver up my spine when I said that. Like, this is you remembering your purpose. It's going to be that moment this month where you go, this is why I came. This is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Beautiful. Like, literally chills, Shanna. Like, my whole, like, you saw it, I was just like, ugh. Very, very exciting. So if you are a life path 22, you have the Strength card. If you're a life path 22, ooh, if you are a life path 22, sorry, I froze for a second there. If you're a life path 22 person, this month you have to look after your body, your physical self, your physical body. Start a new exercise regime. And I'm not talking about like, one of these crap workout videos that you do from home. Speak to a nutritionist, find a personal trainer. This month, strengthen your physical body so that it can be the vessel for that powerful 22 energy. 22 energy is the most like physical of the certainly of the master number vibrations. Probably not as physical as maybe the 4 or the 5, because it's still very much a spiritual energy. But what I will say to you is this: if you're a life path 22 person, Find a trainer, or even if you don't want to work with a personal trainer, find somebody to write you a proper program that is going to speak directly to your physicality, to your physiology. Look into your diet. This is a month to make your physical body as strong and as powerful and as healthy as you possibly can. Why? Because this month, that funnel of energy that comes from the cosmos, that filters itself through your personal vibration of the 22 energy, is going to be immense. And so your physical body has to be able to work with that energy. So pay attention to your physical health this month. It's going to be really important for your path moving forward. It also tells me as well, for a lot of you, you are gearing up to make something real, right? And this is going to take your strength, your courage, and your guts. Your direction card is the Hierophant card. So for a select few of you, it looks like this month you are committing to someone. This could be that you get engaged. This could be that you decide to get married. For some of you, this could be you deciding that you want to start a family. If you are already engaged, this could be you going for the marriage. If you're already married, this could be you wanting to start a family. In some way, shape or form, you are taking a big step. There's like a big commitment on the horizon, and it's one that's going to have your heart involved. This is going to see you really saying, you know what, I'm ready to make this commitment. I'm ready to make this step. But anything that is committed to through the Hierophant card is usually what we would consider like a traditional bond. So we're talking like real marriage. We're talking like, what is real marriage? But you get my point. I like this. I actually really like this. Another way that this could show up for you as well, if you're a Life Path 22 person, not only are you working on the physical self, but there's something to do with your home and your physical environment this month. For those of you that are planning to apply for funding, are planning to apply for loans, planning to apply for money for an idea that's a bit of a risk or a gamble, this really suggests that yes, it's going to take guts. You may have some hiccups along the way, but it does suggest that it will go through. All right. For your Human Design Oracle card, my mind is just blown today with the synchronicities of the words and the numbers. It's just insane. You have the Gate 38 and the Fighter card. And what this really says to me, more than anything else, check this out, right? So you've got the Lotus. I'm going to talk about that in a second. So you've got the word fighter. And what this talks about is having that grit, that strength, that determination to get through something no matter what the external circumstances are. That's your strength card. Remember what I said about your health as well, making your physical body as strong as it possibly can be to get through whatever comes up over the course of this month. Now, you've got the lotus flower on that card. Now, I'm sure a lot of you know this, but for those of you that don't, the lotus flower is considered one of the most beautiful flowers in the entire world. Its seeds can literally live and survive for up to and including 1,000 years, which is insane to me. But more importantly, the lotus flower, as beautiful it is, blooms from like the dirtiest, crappiest, shittiest water, and then you see this amazing, beautiful thing. And this says that these Life Path 22 people, there will be challenges this month. There's going to be commitments that are needed to be made on a very tangible level, and you need to be able to get through or navigate the challenges that come up in order to see this through. And then finally, for you Life Path 33 people, you have the Judgment card, right? Very powerful. This card always precedes huge changes. So if you're a Life Path 33 or a Life Path 6, if you're a 22, check out the 4 energy as well. If you're an 11, check out the 2 energy as well, and vice versa. If you're a 2, 3 or 4, 2, 3, or if you're you do the math. If you're the opposite vibration, if you're a Life Path 33, there are huge changes on the horizon for you this month, and this basically says you are stepping into a new era of your own spirituality. It suggests that your own innate gifts are about to start not waking up, because they're always present with a Life Path 33, But this is going to be the month where they really start to speak to you in some very profound ways. This is the time where your own intuition is going to heighten. This is the time where you may very well experience, this month, you might experience messages from beyond. You know, any of you that have, and I know there's a couple of you, that mediumistic tendency, this is going to be like, that gift is going to be on point this month. Like, you are just, it's like they're just going to be there constantly in your face. I need you to say this, I need you to say this, like it's there. Very, very powerful energy this month. The other thing with the Judgment card as well, it very often sees us discovering or assimilating or even integrating something that we had considered as separate to us. For some of you, this might be finally accepting that you have a spiritual or otherworldly gift. For some of you, this might be accepting that you have a new desire for a different direction. There is a big change on the horizon this month, but rather than this being like an external one, I kind of feel like this is this. It's like something just comes back into focus and clicks on the inside this month that makes all the difference. For your direction card, you you have the Six of Wands. Yeah, of course you do, right? And what I love about this for you, the first thing, this month, whatever you feel drawn to go and visit, whether this is some sort of like a pilgrimage kind of energy, if this is, you know, if you've got a personal place that you feel is a place of power for you, if you have a place that is, you know, what you consider sacred to yourself, a sacred site, anything like that that taps you into that other energy, take that trip this month, right? Make time for it to go to your special place, because there is going to be something that comes out of it. Now, in terms of your Six of Wands as well, this is a month very similar to the Life Path 3 people. That's very interesting. This is the month for you to share something about yourself that maybe you've kept under wraps. This is a month for you to really speak up and out about something that you are passionate about, but also something that is a part of who you are. This is one of those months where in some way, shape or form, you're coming out from behind the curtain, which I absolutely love. Or as us pagan folks say, coming out of the broom closet. I always loved that saying. I thought it was really cool, just because I'm a dork. The other way that this could show up for you as well, this will literally be a big change when it comes to your work, but also in the way that you are received or presented in some way, shape or form as well. This could literally see you maybe getting recognition for something that you did ages ago that you'd even forgotten about, and then this month it's like boom, it comes up and you're like, why are you praising me for this now? This was months ago. And you know, and it comes up and you're just like, okay, cool, part of the parcel. And then finally, your wow, look at this, right? Your Human Design Oracle card is the Now and the Gate 20. What I find really interesting about this is the Judgment card is also number 20. So there's that whole kind of double up energy, literally coming into the present moment, being present. So that message has come up as well. Love it, Mandy. Love it, love it, love it. What this also suggests to me as well, because there's that whole thing with the lantern and the time turner. This is literally about pulling, right, those different threads into this present moment. For any of you that haven't seen it, please watch the Discovery of Witches series, season 2, when they teach her about pulling the different threads of magic. I know this is a really, really sort of out there concept, but if you watch it, I think you'll get the idea of what I'm trying to say to you. If you're a Life Path 33 people, it all starts to make sense this month. All the crazy experiences, the weird coincidences. I don't believe in coincidences. That's why I use the word synchronicity. But all of those moments where you're like, okay, that's odd, or why is that happening? It's like they're all starting to come into focus in the now, and it's all going to start to make sense for you. If you're a Life Path 33 person, I feel like there's some sort of big recognition that's coming for you this year, and I think in a lot of ways it's very much going to see you thrust into the limelight, even if you're ready for it or even if you're not. And with that said, That's the life paths. So this was the numerology reading for all of the life paths 1 through 33. I will put timestamps on the video. I just want to say a massive thank you so much to all of you that came to be here live. Thank you so much for sharing all of your messages in the chat. I love it when you guys do that, and there's such an awesome sense of community here. So yeah, very, very exciting, and yeah, I'm intrigued to see what the month ahead brings. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys very soon. Look out for the weekly general. It is up and out there already, and obviously your lives, your sign readings will be up for tomorrow. With that said, I wish you all an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Check back in with this. Share it with your friends if you know what your life path is. If you know what your friends, your family's life path numbers are, let them know. All right. So with that, I wish you all the best. And I will see you soon. Take care.